Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling, there's only.
Welcome to the Dirty Bag Podcast. I'm your host, Cookie, and I brought a fave back today. We had to spin the block on the resident edge snatcher as it pertains to dating and our standards. So I got my girl Tami back today.
Oh, hello.
You shook some tables at the beginning of this season.
Tables are meant to be shook.
All day, every day.
They're meant to be shook or shaken. Shaken, shook.
Shook, shake. All of it. And you know what's funny? And you saw it too, the reactions to the episode and how many women were just like, dang, my standards have been on the floor.
Well, yeah, a lot of people figures that their standards have been on the floor, and a lot of women just don't know their power. They don't know their power. They don't know how easy it is. You have not because you ask not. Learn the game so you can play the game. And you know what I'm saying? And one nigga is too close to no nigga. One is too close to none. One is too close to none.
What does that mean when it was like, if you get one nigga, he don't know how to act, get another one.
Get another one.
He can't act right.
It's the truth. It's the truth. One sugar daddy is too close to no sugar daddies, because when they start acting up, you need to be able to rotate somebody else in. And we say it jokingly, but think about it. When women go through breakups, we are just devastated. Men bounce back so quick. You know why? Because they were always texting somebody else. They never quite let go of all their little stragglers. And
They don't,
right? So when we leave, it's not such a void. They just fall into the next thing because they're smart. They understand that dating means exactly that. You're dating, you're getting to know multiple people. We tend to get locked in. And so when the rug is snatched under us, that one person we have is now no person. Whereas for them, they already had somebody, even if it wasn't deep, they have somebody to occupy their time, to chit chat with while they heal their heart, their broken heart. They don't have to show it, but at least they have somebody giving them attention. We set ourselves up to where when somebody leaves us, we have nothing. We have nothing to draw on. We have nothing to fall back on. We have nobody to supplement that void. So lesson number one sugar daddy is too close to none.
You know what's funny? I went to a bar the other night and it was a spot, it was in Plano. So it was a lot of like grown, older, seasoned men there. And they just kind of stood there in a little line. It's like they were watching to see. And I kind of saw how they moved. One of them bought me a drink. When I tell you that man was not trying to leave me alone, I went to the bathroom, came out, he was there, a little Italian. And I had to have somebody like, hey girl, come with me, because I just wasn't prepared. But they out there.
Italian?
Yes, he was.
Would have taken care of you, honey. You would have been in a condo on the Upper East Side.
I was thrown
without
off.
a care in the world. You were getting your nails and hairs done for fun. Let me tell you something. It would have been lovely. An Italian you had?
It was like four of them. It was like four buddies that was at the bar, Plano. So I'm just like,
rotation.
I was thrown off. You twerk on them one time, it'll mess their whole world. That's all I did. It wasn't even a twerk because I'm not that skilled. My thing don't thing like that. It was
my
just
thing doesn't thing at all. My thing doesn't thing at all. Yeah, I just kind of throw it over there, take a look at it, and there you go.
Yeah, look, stand up. It just, and somebody even recorded his reaction. I said, so this is what Tami was talking about. And I'm in a different stage now. I just hit 40.
Okay, happy belated.
So I'm here like, okay, this is a new chapter. People have always talked about how like women hit a certain age. And there was that conversation a while back. Once you hit over 35, it's downhill. But then there's those that are in that space or that have been in that space like, girl, look, this is what it is. So I'm looking to you to kind of let me know, like, what can I look forward to in this chapter as it pertains to something, but especially with dating? Yes.
Okay, so monetize everything.
I knew you was going.
Monetize everything. And I say that with my chest.
Your whole chest.
That somebody else paid for. I say it with my chest. Because when you exit from one relationship to another, you do not want to walk away from that. And all you have to remember are a couple of dinners, some average sex, mediocre conversation. You didn't learn anything. You didn't get a business. Nobody invested in you. No, monetize everything. And I don't mean pimp yourself out, or I don't mean it like that, but time is money, right? And most successful men, time is money to them too. That's why they're willing to break a woman off, because they understand your time is valuable. The time you're spending on the phone with me, you could be spending on the phone with somebody else.
Right.
So let me
Right.
invest in you. Let me show you that I'm investing in you because you mean something, right? People put their money where they think matters. If it matters, they're going to put their money to it. If someone is unwilling to pay for your time, pay for your beauty, all the stuff they get to enjoy, then they're not really worth it. You may as well be alone and let them get out the way so you can be available to somebody else who will appreciate you and understand that, yes, this is a woman that I should invest in. Let me go ahead and take some weight off of her so that she knows I'm for real about her, because I don't want her to go to the next guy. I want her to know I'm ready. I want her to know that I'm ready, and I'm gonna show her that I'm ready. I don't want to hear any game and anybody's popping. Oh, you're so pretty. You got the best this, the best that.
We know this already.
I know it's good. And even when it's bad, it's good.
Even when it's bad, it still slaps.
It still slaps. And it still slaps. Do I still know how to do the tricks I used to do? No. Do the men I'm dating even want those tricks anymore? Their own asses can't handle it either. Nobody's trying to get cardiac arrest.
Because when I threw it back as best as I
Don't throw it back. You'll throw out a head.
Look, he didn't know what to do. He couldn't even catch that what little I did throw back.
You can't throw it back. You cannot throw it back. And he doesn't deserve the throwback unless he's invested heavily in you. You can't just throw it back for anybody. And you really can't. And you know, but men are funny. And we touched on this like earlier when you first opened. At the end of the day, men always have a spare. Whether you want to believe it or not. And I have somebody that I'm in a relationship and I'm not dumb. I know. So now that I know, there's a tax that comes with that. And he knows that there's a tax that comes with that. You have to treat your life like a business, your dating life and your regular life like a business. I am a brand. I am my own brand. You want this good look? You want to be able to walk into a meeting and be able to leave me alone and know that I can hold my own in a conversation with your constituents, that I'm going to look good, that you don't have to tell me how to dress. Oh, you like my nails. Oh, they're pretty, aren't they? You like my makeup and my hair and my outfit. Well, all that costs. And you don't get to enjoy that and wallow in that and get all that comes with that. And you didn't invest anything to upkeep it or keep it going. Period. End of story. So unless you're willing to show me that I am an investment to you, then I'm not going to give you the goods. Not my company, not my conversation, and certainly not my body.
And you know what's funny? The voice of Tami, ever since that first episode, and I tell y'all her voice is haunting me. And I saw this quote the other day that made me think about you. And it was like, be so high maintenance that, I'm paraphrasing, basically saying lazy folks fall off quick. It was basically saying
they won't even approach you.
They can't. Somebody that I had met a while back, I damn near forgot about this dude, but he texted me last week and it was like 8 a.m. It was like, yo, Cookie, what's up? So I'm looking at my phone like, because he had a name similar to one of my homegirls. I'm like,
right.
Hey girl, it's 8 a.m. What's going on? Right. But it was like, why haven't you called me? And again, I'm thinking it's one of my homegirls. And I'm like, my phone didn't ring either, bitch. But then it was him. And he was like, you going to open mic? Because that's where I met him at. And I was like, I hadn't planned. No, he said you have a sitter. So I knew how I should have responded to that. But I was like, I don't know yet. Why? And he was like, well, if you come to open mic at this certain spot, I got your drink covered. And my immediate thought was, what the fuck? So I'm about to find a sitter for a $12 drink.
A drink?
I ain't talked to you in a month. I forgot who you was.
A drink? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When you date a woman that has a child, first of all, a sitter is a given. You should automatically pay for my sitter. But also, we're going out at night and I have to drive someplace. That's a no. You Uber me to where I need to go.
Ooh,
because I don't drive at night. Girl, I'm old. My eyes don't work. You have to cart me around. I need to send a car for me because I'm not driving at night, especially if I'm going to go meet you out for dinner at 7. By the time we're done eating and maybe having an extra drink after and maybe going to listen to some music, it's late. And just me being on the road, period, by myself. No, you either come to my house and pick me up if we're that familiar, or you send a car for me because you are such a man that you wouldn't dream of having me out on the road late at night by myself.
That was a debate last week. I'm so glad you said that. That was a scenario.
Really?
So some girl posted this, that a guy wanted her to go rum tasting or whatever the brown liquor is. It wasn't rum, it was something else. It was a taste.
Something, right? Okay.
And she basically said she calculated the distance from her house to the location and that she doesn't really drink. And I think she requested that he send a car.
Absolutely.
Or an Uber, and he was just kind of like, why would we do all that? And she was like, number one, I don't even drink.
Why would you not? Why would you not?
These
Why would you challenge
argued,
me? Here's the thing.
dudes argued, oh my God, about this
Even
car.
more, even more.
Said,
why would you challenge me on anything I said I wanted? Why would you challenge me? You want this cookie. You want this. You want all this, right? But you're going to challenge me on something as little as a $25 Uber ride.
Dudes was really like, y'all ask too much. She high maintenance. And the girls were like, wait a minute, it's drinking. And they was like, well, she ain't got a drink. And they were like, literally, he invited her to a tasting.
Even if
she don't even want to go to begin with.
Even if she didn't drink, like I said, I don't like to drive at night. And I have a car that can drive itself home. My car, I can program my car and it can take me home. I don't have to touch the wheel or the pedals. I still don't want to be out on the road at night. And any man that knows me, within the first 30 minutes of our conversation, I mesmerized him with all of these things that he needs to know, just in general conversation, because I don't drive at night. And oh my God, the thing that I love about you is that you look like the kind of man that would always open the door for me. And I let them know, I program you. I'm gonna throw you all subliminal messages so that if that wasn't who you were before you talked to me, it's gonna be who you are after our first conversation. And if you don't catch on after that conversation, I don't have time to be playing with somebody that still is remedial. Like, you know what I mean? I'm growing.
It's not high maintenance. It's like, that was the argument, is that she too high maintenance. He don't know her like that. I said, the way that y'all show up, y'all brokenness.
Men used to drive horses in rough ass terrain to go sit on the porch with you while your parents looked out the window. And you sending a car for me without having to leave your couch is too much. If you can't afford to send a ride for me, nigga, you definitely can't afford this mortgage I'm getting ready to ask you for.
Wait.
Get out of here. I want to see that post because I want to comment on that.
Oh my God. It was that group I was talking about. It was that group I was telling you. It's like a little goofy group that I needed to get out of because it was toxic anyways, but they were literally arguing. And it was just like, the girls were like, man, so the fact that y'all don't even care about somebody's safety.
Right. Exactly.
These are things we don't think about though, because women just do it. We just Uber,
don't think about it.
drive on a date with somebody that ain't proved that they have that you want to protect me. So my protection is that's the bare minimum.
You're on your own. You're on your own. You have to get yourself to and from. And if you get stopped by a police officer for a DUI because you had one glass too many, and now you done lost your job and your car and everything that you need, because for your job, you have to have a car. And where is he?
These are questions. These are basic things. This is basic level standards to just remind. And it doesn't, there's no age cap on this. I think this is my big thing too.
No age cap on it. No age.
Because the conversation has been lately after, I think since we talked, there was the death of everybody's hero. We hadn't revisited that, but a lot of people talking about what he said, and he kept it real about this, that, and the third. And it's just like, he kind of left some stuff out for y'all. I think it was it was shortly after he made the comment about women over 35 not having the juice no more.
Right. And that's a lie. That's a lie.
Talk to him.
I'm 54. I got all the juice. And I have everything that I need to sustain me by myself, and even more from supplemental, input. Period. And I think that a lot of women just really don't understand the art of dating. Dating is meant to field offers. It's meant to field offers. Monetize everything. Your time is money. You're self-employed. Or you might work a day job, but what you do is what you do. You want this to be your career.
Well, yeah.
Every minute that you spend during the day when you're not on your day job is money. Studio time, getting your hair done so you can look on camera, doing your reels. Every time you go out, you sacrifice a good time a lot of times because you have to document it so that you can post it. So a lot of times you're missing out. Right, you're
People think
missing
it's
out
fun. No,
on
it
the
ain't.
moment
This is work.
because you're missing out on the moment because you're constantly trying to capture the moment from food to surroundings. I watch you, like I see, like she's really working this. She's really filming everything that she's doing. That takes time. That takes sacrifice. There's a price for that. There's a price for that. So I every time that you're with a man, I could be filming, I could be editing, I could be looking up content that I can talk about, I could be pre-interviewing people, I could be researching, I could be marketing for my business. You have to be extraordinary for me to step outside of doing me, for me to do you. You have to be extraordinary, and you have to really show me that you value me. How can you show me you value me? I don't want to hear your words. I don't want to hear your words. I have no time for words. It's just words. My boyfriend sugar daddy, he's an attorney, and I hear him. He hates when I say that too, but he is my boyfriend sugar daddy. I fucked around and fell in love with my sugar daddy. Don't ever do that.
Tell people why though, because Carisha.
Oh my God, my sugar daddy is everything. He's everything, and it's hard for another sugar daddy to compete.
They can't out sugar him.
You can't out sugar him.
Out sugar this daddy.
You cannot out sugar this daddy. This sugar daddy, and he's funny, and we have a great time, but he's still, at the end of the day, he's my sugar daddy, period. We're not married, and he moves. He's moving. He's consistent with me. But again, I'm not a 16-year-old starry-eyed teenager. I know the game. I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I know what's up. So, but my sugar daddy is a good sugar daddy. But one sugar daddy is too close to none. You gotta have two. Because if one starts acting up, if my yanks the rug out of me, I'll be a little bit teetered. But I have another sugar daddy that's trying to pass out some candy, and I do have a sweet tooth. So may the best man win. May the best man win.
May the best man win is always the thing.
May the best man win. I mean, in dating, be patient. Don't put too much into what people say. Recently, we rarely get into disagreements, but I said something to him that kind of shook him. He told me, he said, "I love you." And I was like, oh, fuck. So I said, "Prove it." I didn't say I love you back. I said, "Prove it." Those are just words. You know what I mean? Prove it. Prove it. He's like, "I prove it all the time." Keep proving it. Keep proving it. Don't stop. You love me? Great. Don't stop. Whatever you're doing that's keeping me around, keep that same energy. Because once you fall off, it's going to be very noticeable.
Right.
Very noticeable. Advice that I would give women: beware of the love bomber. I had that. My sugar daddy love bombed me. That's what he did. He broke out, just pulled out all the stuff. He just love bombed me. And I fell in love. I was like, oh shit, I love this. Fortunately for me, he's able to keep it, he's able to keep up the pace. However, now he sees that, he came on real hard. Yeah, to keep the same energy, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't a huge disagreement. You talking like y'all was like beefing.
No, but when you tell a man to prove it, he kind of felt like, well, I ain't been proving it. Yeah. I never act impressed. Mm-mm.
You don't. That's the one thing you do not do.
Nope.
You don't. And you don't.
She doesn't either? Your producer doesn't either?
No, well.
Or me?
Not she's young. She's young, tender one.
Oh,
I'm about you because we just got the game jacked up. And after that last time, I just was like, "Dag, there's just so much more for us to unpack. We all been doing it wrong, and some of us are getting older, so we got to cut corners and just say, okay, well, I'm this age, so I don't have
we have been playing the game like we have two left feet with clown shoes on, like seriously playing the game backwards. And when you look at other cultures and how these young ladies are taught how to date.
Yeah.
For example, my law firm, all of these white boys are all getting married to their wife is a lawyer, or she's in med school too, or you know what I'm saying? Like they're all they go for economic reasons so that they can have the life that they want. I wish that I would have learned earlier to run my life more like a business and less with my heart, because when you make decisions based on emotion and physical attraction, we talked about this, Kitty is not your friend.
Nope, she's the odd.
She's not your friend. And you have to look, what I would say to 40-year-olds, understand now when you're stepping into your 40s, and now it's the long game. It's the long game. No more short decisions. No more, I'm gonna just do this for now. No, everything you do has to be strategic and surgical, because this is going to set up the next chapter of your life. Where do you want to be when you're 55? How do you see your life? And what do you have to do to get there? Not just with your business, but what do you need to do with your life to get you where you need to go? Is it going to be with this guy over here that makes you tingle inside, or is it going to be with this nerd that you know, the man's going to worship me, he's going to put me up, we're going to have a good life, he's going to make life easier for me, not necessarily give you anything, but take some stuff off your shoulder so that you can do you. You can do you.
Okay.
My sugar daddy does stuff for me, not because I can't do it for myself. He lets me do me. He takes away things that I normally would be fretting over so that I can be the best version of myself for when we have time together.
And that's why I know that since then, last time we talked, like I've added to that bag. My bag got better, way better. So I know that it's not, I mean, not that it was before, but money is not what I'm looking for. But that is because girl, listen, 2022, I ain't done nothing with nobody. I've literally set my butt down somewhere. But I
had a long bid. I told you about my long bid. Yeah, you got to close up shop.
Oh, look, and we didn't have Roe v. Wade too. I'm like, I wish, man, let me.
I really ain't doing it now, right?
I'm gonna really sit here and simmer and marinate for a little bit, because the next person that comes in and takes up any space, what burdens are you relieving me of? I ain't. He has to be
worthy. He has to be worthy.
I done been duped. It took me a while to get past. Sometimes it takes you a minute to get past getting duped when you realize like it shouldn't have happened. Getting duped by an unqualified at that. Getting duped by an unqualified will have you like.
And when you look back at who duped you, you're like, really, bitch? I had to look at myself in the mirror and go, really, bitch? Are you really the bad bitch? Did you try to pretend like you are? Because you let this clown over here. This clown straight play you. Straight play. I had to have a heart-to-heart with me. Like, come on, girl. Now this is the no fucking body. And I looked at him. I look at him in retrospect now. And I'm like, I'm glad a whole lot of people ain't know I fuck with him, because that's a bad look.
Because the only reason people know is because I had to, and I hate that. I told his wife on him. That's only thing I regret about that is that's me publicly saying that
I've done that before too. Yep.
The fact
I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch.
I publicly. On you. Well, I didn't even know. When I found out, I told him. I'm like, the thing I hate about talking to her is that's me publicly admitting that you had access to this space. I could have took this L a totally different way, but I had to talk to her, and she knew who I was. Thing is, I don't know nothing about her, but she knew about me.
You were.
She knew. She was able to tell me certain events, and it was just like, damn, this fool never spoke a word about you.
Right. Like,
I don't even know if you can send you under a comment. You didn't exist. So it's just like, I had to really go like, dad, girl, like you got to pick yourself up. This is an L that had no business having. It's somebody that should have never came out the friend zone.
Somebody that should have never come out the friend zone, and somebody that should have never been able to cross your threshold. We have to, there's, in the Bible, it says something about, guard your heart, right? And that really means, when I say guarded, I mean a wall. Words, I can't hear your words. I only relate to actions. Only things, I only talk to people, men that are going to, that I know can elevate me, teach me something. I don't want to be with somebody just because they're handsome or cute or they've got good game or they, sexually, no, because there's more to life than that. Like, I'm 54 now, and there's so much more to life than physical attractiveness. There's other things that attract me. A man asked me this morning, what attracts you? And without hesitation, I said, power, money, confidence. And he said, why all those things? I said, because all those things allow me to relax into my femininity. And then I can be that little baby doll that you love. Without the power and the money and the confidence and the, the wherewithal to run your life accordingly, I can't get wet. I can't get wet for you, because now I'm thinking, I don't want to be with a man. Let me help him get to where he needs to be. Nigga.
Struggle love. They always, they try to like, the emotional blackmail. Y'all, a lot of y'all they'll bring up some celebrity couple who started from here. Or they'll use Obama. I'm like, yeah, he was in law school, babes.
He was a lawyer. Michelle didn't marry. She met him. He was a lawyer. She was his mentor. They worked at the same law firm. This wasn't Pookie. This is a man that already was a Harvard graduate. This was not Pookie. Okay. This is not that.
They will find every story as an example. Y'all want to so-and-so, but y'all don't want to. And it's like, yeah, because we've learned that some of y'all can get built up and then y'all act like y'all forgot who picked you up. Y'all gonna always down.
And there's a difference when you're dating in your 40s as opposed to when you're dating in your 20s. When you're both 20 and you're both on the same playing field, that's different. If you stay together and it's real and you build up an empire together, you build up a life together, that's completely different. I have a real good friend that's been with her husband since 15 years old. That's what they did. They came up together. This is not who we're talking about. We're talking about the 40-year-old women now who are dating. And what are we looking for at 40? It's certainly not dinner and drinks.
You got food.
Text messages or phone conversations. No, we're looking for stability, security. We're looking for you to take care of everything, the house, the cars, whatever we have. I'm looking for you to be able to support me. If you cannot support me, then get out the way. Why are you with me? My sugar daddy told me point blank. He's like, when a man sees you and he says, oh, I want to get to know you, he wants to fuck you because he's just seeing your face. And I was like, even you? He said, even you, baby. He said, when I first saw you, I wanted you. And I knew I had to do whatever. He said, fortunately, when I found you and we got together, I realized we were so compatible. But he's like, I'm going to be straight up with you. I saw you and I wanted to hit it. He's like, how could I want to get to know you? I didn't know anything about you. You could have been a nasty housekeeper. You could have bad breath. You could have been a terrible person, a terrible human being that was just in a good looking shell. He said, that's not when men look at you, they want to fuck you. So you have to be on guard immediately. That nobody coming to you is coming to you with pure intentions ever. They have to prove that over time. And that's why our hearts need to be guarded and we need to be dating multiple people because some of them are going to show their true hand very early on. They're going to show their true hand very early on just by the way they handle you. By the way they handle you. Just by the way they handle you.
I mean, outside of the love bombing again, because that love bombing will have you, that love bombing is something else.
Love bombing is horrible. I think it's like diabolical. It's diabolical. It's sadistic. It's narcissistic. It's sadistic. It's diabolical. And unfortunately, if you're a woman that's an emotional woman, a sensitive woman, a woman that falls in love, which I am, and when I'm in love, I'm in love. Love bombing somebody can be really detrimental. It can put you in the throes of grief when that relationship is over and doesn't work out, or the love bomb is no longer there. And then you just got this regular guy without all the love bombing. Like, who is he when he's not putting on his fake persona?
Not when even regular, like subpar intelligence, subpar emotional capabilities, all of that. I've been there like, boy, you ain't shit.
Yes.
You ain't shit, but you add nothing to we can't have an intelligent conversation. You think I'm being extra. Right. I can't question you I can't have a real conversation because we're not there.
Don't dare disagree. Don't dare disagree because then you're aggressive or, your mouth, and all that. It's difficult. At 40, you gotta arm yourself with all the tools necessary to fight off the demons. You really do. It's like the Hunger Games.
But how do you get to a situation where you're not missing out on that great thing? Because I mean, obviously we still got to guard our heart and stuff like that. But for the hopefuls, the ones that's in their 40s are still like, man, I know it's got to be out there.
He's out there. He's out there. You just have to date him and all his friends until he shows his face. Period. He is out there. I believe in love. I believe there is somebody for everybody. And I believe if we hold out for something better, I think better will come. I think if you settle, once you lock yourself in a relationship and you fall in love with somebody that is not quite who you want, you could be stuck with that person. And Mr. Right, there's a difference between Mr. Right now and Mr. Right.
Yeah, there are people that definitely stay in situations, and I'm like, I know you're not happy. You can tell. It's not a miserable thing. Here's the deal. No matter what type of foolery I deal with, I love seeing other people get their happy ending. That's the one thing I will never be salty about. I love that for you because I don't know your story. I don't know what you went through to get there. So I'm never going to turn my nose up at you because I made a dumbass choice.
Right.
That's on me.
It's
but
on
I've
you.
seen some people where I'm like, you ain't even attracted to this person. You just don't. So it's almost, I mean, it doesn't seem like a great business arrangement. It just seems like you
have to be smart. You have to be smart about it. And like I said, I'm joking about, one sugar daddy is too close to none, but it's the truth. It really is the truth. And do I think that my sugar daddy is dating other women? Probably. If I had the kind of coin he has and the options that he has, probably would too. You know what I mean? Probably would keep my options open. History has shown me that mostly as a collective, men always have a woman or potential somebody on the side.
Sorry,
somebody
I
on the
believe it. I think it might be a unicorn that don't, but at this point, I've seen too much. It ain't even like a negative thing. It's just like, this is just kind of what y'all do.
And I don't even say it as a pejorative. I work in a very male dominated industry. Mostly all of the partners and higher ups, they all have other women, other situations, no matter how good you think they are. Like, you'd be really surprised at the men that juggle more than one woman. And some of them aren't even like technically cheating. Some of it is just like a woman that they always have drinks with, or a woman that they like to spend a different kind of time with, right? It's innocent to them, would be devastating to you, right? But very innocent to them. They don't actually, some of them don't even actually cross the sexual line, right? But it's still infidelity in my eyes, right? Because it's keeping somebody on a string just in case the window opens and they get the opportunity to climb through, right? It's just like they kind of keep it. We don't do that as women. We don't do that. We need to have multiple, we need to have multiple men that we chit chat with. You need to have a guy that you just go out to dinner with, your food buddy. You need to have another guy that I call him your hype man. That's the guy that's always texting you, good morning, beautiful. You're so fine. I like this about you. Like, you need the one to stroke your ego. Then you need the bill payer, and then you need a guy who knows how to fix shit. My sugar daddy tell you in a minute, I don't do any manual labor. I asked him to change a light bulb. This nigga looked me in my face and said, oh, I don't do manual labor. I didn't ask you to build me a house. I asked you to put a light bulb. He's like, no, can't you call somebody for that? I mean, I can give you the money to call somebody. I said, I don't even think there's a service where somebody just change a light bulb for me, dude. But I tell you, he kicked back and forth with that shit. But I say that to say, if I would have had the handyman guy, I could have just called up handyman guy. He would came over and did it for a couple Coronas and sitting in my backyard chit-chatting about life, and would have been on his way. Wouldn't have wanted no pussy or anything. He just would have wanted to be in the presence of a woman. Listen, I'm telling you what I know. Not older than you.
This is what we got to, that's all I'm saying is, how do you play this chapter in life? What is the best way?
Like the Hunger Games. You play it like the Hunger Games, okay? You play it like the Hunger Games. That's how you play it. Yeah, you play it like the Hunger Games. And all that, try to still hold on to your femininity and still not become the man. A lot of times I feel like I am the man.
I can see that there's this thing right now, like becoming soft or soft life or something. I'm seeing this hashtag soft life. I'm like, I don't know if I'm part of that. I'm not part of that hashtag. I don't know what it means. I don't know where it came from. I guess it's this new wave of like, we're soft. I'm like, I am me.
I'm not soft. And I try to be soft and I try to get into that living a soft life shit. But at the end of the day, this mortgage is in my name. You know what I'm saying? These bills are in my name. You might be paying them, but you could stop. And that's it. You know what I mean? So
nice. Y'all got this soft life. Look, it's the cookie life. It can be a whole lot.
What is this soft life these girls have? And how do they get it? I'm living in my soft life. How can you live in the soft life?
I guess somebody's paying the bills, but having bills paid, not being aggressive, not talking back, that's soft, right? Okay, stress-free, or is it stress-free? Because I'm still trying to figure out what it means.
I think, my version of the soft life is you can retire me. I don't have to work anymore. And you set me up in such a financial way that because I don't have to work anymore, I'll never have to work anymore, even if you leave. That's my soft life.
That's soft as hell.
Right.
That's
Somebody
soft to
else's
me.
soft life. Right. Somebody might think I live a soft life, right? He buying cars and, paying bills and trips around the world. That might seem like a soft life to somebody. But for me, at the end of the day, if you leave me today, what am I doing tomorrow? What do I have to show for it? That's why I need to see, I need to be able to, out there in the garage. Yep, that's okay. That was a due I paid. Oh, my new kitchen, that was a due I paid. Oh, the clothes in the, closet. Okay, I see what he left me with. You need a settlement.
That was just hilarious. I think when her and Country Wayne broke, he bought her a house. I'm pretty sure he bought her a house.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me something. Give me something so that when I look, and my boyfriend told me that. He said, when you leave me, I'm gonna leave you standing better than when you showed up. You're gonna be better than you. I'm gonna leave you better than I found you, basically. Right. If I leave you, it'll be better than how I found you. And that's the goal. Because I can think of so many relationships where I left with nothing. They left with everything.
You left with a piece of my spirit. Ain't nothing worse than somebody living with a piece of my spirit.
They left with just way too much pussy, Lord. Way too much. And you can't get it back.
Like, did I really reverse cowgirl that fool?
I'm telling you,
I give you my best knees.
Yeah, exactly. My knees, listen, I cannot give you my best anymore. I cannot give you my all anymore when you've done nothing to deserve it. You've done nothing to earn it. You can't. You think about the people that you have sex with. That's our body. I gave you access to me. Yeah. And based on what did you do? What was the price you had to pay? Be it
$12 drink.
And be it right.
What you
be it work or deed, be it deed or monetary. What was your entrance fee? We need to guard ourselves like a business. Would you let anybody walk into your office and just start working in the office? No, you interview them. You want to see their resume. Are they qualified? Did they graduate? Do they have a degree in this or a degree in that? What's their experience? We won't hire anybody to work for us unless they have credentials, but we'll allow somebody to lay with us just because they talk a good game.
Sometimes you got to go through a 3-interview process too. You got to go through a couple of stages to get to the final stage of the interview.
Because they're always lying. They're always lying. You have to become a master lie detector. You have to really, I'm gonna tell you what in it for. It just came to me. First and foremost, start studying human psychology. Start studying human psychology so that you know when somebody is running game on you. You want to know the key to life? Read the 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power will get you through everything. And if that doesn't get you through, I have not read that book. Oh my God.
When dudes make that they go to, I roll when that's their thing.
The 48 Laws of Power is my Bible.
What?
There is one of the laws in the 48 Laws of Power, never outshine the master. Always make the man think that he knows everything.
That's why they love that damn book, because they get called a master and a man, girl. Look.
Exactly. Never outshine the master. Here's another one. Avoid the unlucky. I don't want to be around nobody's down and out on their luck. Oh, I just lost my job. I'm trying to get my business going. Well, call me when it's up and running. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody that's I'm trying to get this business off the ground. Well, let me know when you're soaring high in the sky, because I only fly with eagles. I'm not down on the ground with pigeons. No, sir. No. Nope. That's for your mama to support you in your dreams.
But hold on about this lying thing. So my dumb ass, I've never done the whole put somebody's phone number in your Cash App to see who it is. Because I had another text about a week ago.
Wait a minute, what? What's this?
I didn't have somebody's number saved that I met at one of my spots a while back. I just, we had fun there that night, but I hadn't heard from him. And he shot me a text. It was like 2 a.m. Well, he first called, I could tell it was out by the music in the background. So I'm like, who is this? I called back. It's an Atlanta number. And the next morning I'm sitting here like, who is this? I text like, you called me? And he was like, yeah, I was looking for you. In my mind, I'm still like, who is this? How'd you get my number? I forgot that I probably gave him my number. So my girl was like, put that number in your Cash App. So I put it in my Cash App and his full name comes up. So of course I go look it up on Facebook. I see a picture of 3 kids and him. I'm looking, there's a woman.
Did you request any money?
Tami, I'm trying to figure out who it is.
I would have sent a request.
I'm trying to see I'm trying to go find out who it is. So first of all,
Fuck them kids. Send
he
a request.
said he
If he
was
would have
from
sent your money,
Wisconsin.
if he would have sent your money, he might have been a keeper. Let me tell you, you could have found out everything you needed to know about him. Ask
Listen,
a
I
nigga
was
for some
looking on
money and you
Facebook.
know.
Hold up. He got 3 kids and we had like 20 mutual St. Louis friends, but he ain't from St. Louis. I'm like, hold up. You live in Atlanta. You say you from Wisconsin. Why we got 18 mutuals in St. You got some St. Louis connections.
Right.
That you don't want me to. So I'm looking through. I'm just seeing what's open. I see 3
Did a
kids.
deep dive. Did a deep dive.
I still ain't said nothing yet. He called. I guess he was just kind of stumbling his word. The conversation didn't go anywhere. And I didn't say that I even looked him up. I just hung up like, damn, bro, you got which you having kids ain't, but it sounded like we might be connected.
You are.
I never thought about putting somebody's phone number in Cash App before to figure out their government. So I guess I just ain't that hip because it's something I never did.
Well, let me tell you what I've learned, and I can show you screenshots from my DMs. My DMs are hilarious. Somebody texts me in a DM, they say, hey, shorty, or give me a call. I don't say hello. I don't say how you doing. I don't say thank you for the light. I just send them my Cash App.
Oh my, you really do that?
I have a $200 reservation fee for conversation. In my job, at my job, when you come to the firm, you got, and that's a discount because the firm bills me out at $4.75 an hour. So you getting a deep discount, $200 to converse with me.
Oh my God.
You ain't got no money on it, the nigga ain't got shit to say. No, absolutely not. That's how you weed them out. That's how you weed them. A couple of them have sent it, no problem. And I talk to them. But you think I'm gonna spend an hour fucking around? I can't see. I gotta look at this tiny little phone and try to see what is he DM me now? I'm putting on my glasses.
Oh my God.
I gotta look up in the Urban Dictionary to find out what he's talking about. No, and this goes on for an hour. You don't waste an hour of my time for free.
They gonna be mad all over again.
I'm gonna get an OnlyFans. Listen, I'm getting ready to get an OnlyFans, and OnlyFans is not just for like nudity. You want to from now on, you want to look at all these fire pictures. You're gonna pay $19.99.
You're gonna pay $19.99.
Or my Instagram is going to consist of food pictures and pets. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. Because all this cuteness, I stay in the gym. Somebody got to help offset this damn gym
body,
membership.
yada, legs and hips and body.
Yada. Listen.
Let me gonna be snatched.
Nothing is free.
Nothing is free. We hitting these folks with the round too. You know, it's summertime too. See, it wasn't even summertime. It was March. We was barely getting in the spring the last time we did this.
And now it got hot.
Now
it got hot. And I don't know what dating is like in Dallas, but in Houston,
they stare you down. They want you to some dude eyed me for like about 10 minutes. It got to the point where I said, hey, hi. I said, he's giving me the light skin squint for 5 minutes across the board. Boy, bring your ass over here. I was just so annoyed. I was like, boy, what? Tomorrow wasn't mean mugging you. I'm like, you are mean mugging me. Like they want to be treated like gentle ladies. I told you.
Let me tell you something. My girlfriend, Gloria, she says that most of these men are bad bitches. They want to be bad bitches.
They want to be a gentle lady.
And let me tell you something, not just like in theory, but like, dare I say in the bed, they're requesting things that are reminiscent of, oh, okay, so you want to be the bitch. Like they like booty play, girl. They like that shit.
Somebody told me that here. A makeup artist was like, you have to ask
the new thing.
Specific questions.
It's the new thing. It's the new thing. They like it. They're requesting. They like their titties sucked more than we do. They want to be bad bitches. I said it. Your viewers are going to hate me. I'm going to get such hate mail. Y'all know you like your booties play with. They do.
Okay, a queer guy told me that's at an HIV event I went to recently. He was kind of speaking about HIV awareness and the different resources, and it was a pillow talk event. And what he was saying is, straight men like a lot of things. They just won't tell y'all because they don't know how you're gonna respond to it. He literally said that, like, there's a lot of things, and he was kind of giving tips on how to find out. He was like,
yeah, I tried it. I tried it. That's for an off-camera conversation.
This ain't for, remember how I told y'all everything ain't for y'all.
To protect the innocent. But I'm telling you, yes, they and I find that aside from sexually, because I'm standing 10 toes down in that's a real thing. Aside from sexually, if you look at it when you go out, a lot of times you'll see a lot of group of guys hanging out together. They prefer the company of other men. You see these
They
rappers,
do.
you don't never see them with a bitch. They always got all these niggas around them. They're all popping bottles with each other. I'm like, where the bitches at?
True. This is true. Y'all really don't be, yeah.
Do with that information what you will. Y'all know how to court each other out, but you don't know how to take a woman out. Y'all go to the club, you go to the strip club with other guys. Rich men go to the strip club with their woman.
Mm.
If a man is secure with his woman and he's gonna go with his woman, he's not gonna go with a bunch of men. What's next? A circle jerk? Like, what's the graduation from this evening's outing? Like, how do we end this night?
Come on, circle jerk.
Is it a circle jerk?
Yeah.
I don't know. I said what I said. You didn't expect this to go in this direction.
Listen, look, tell the truth and tell the truth.
Shame the
And keep
devil.
telling the
Tell
truth.
the truth and just keep telling the truth. Just keep telling it. What else you got?
See,
What
this
other
is why
topic?
man, I'm sitting here like, how's this gonna go? We're telling on you because y'all gotta start speaking the truth. Y'all listen. Maybe that's why y'all sit there staring at us because you want the dude next to us. Who knows?
That's, and it's so layered. And I think that a lot of men now, they're not where they want to be in life, right? And they kind of hate us for it. They hate us because Black women are the most educated and successful, and we make more money than they do now. If you're just talking about Black men and not just men in general, but Black men specifically, and they kind of resent us for it. And so it's almost like they want to knock us down a peg.
To humble the need to humble women, and that's in the comment. Y'all really want to humble us,
right? And instead of celebrating us. But the only time that a man wants to humble you is when his shit is not together. Period. My sugar daddy boyfriend, he looks at my little attorney job like, oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
Like, oh, that's cute.
You're a little boss. You're a little baby boss.
Go ahead, girl. You doing a brief today? Good for you. He's a boss. And he's looking at me like, oh, that's cute. There's no need to tear me down. There's no need to be competitive with me or make me feel, because he knows that he's here, financially, career-wise, education. He's here. And I'm like, here. There's no need for him to tear me down. He already knows the dynamics. But when a woman is here and a man is here, get your ass down here, bitch. Let me tell you, you're not as bad. You're not as good a cook as you think you are. And they start looking at other women and making you feel self-conscious about who you are, or someone that comes across a TV, they want to show you that something else caught their eye. Or
that you can't have. That's out of your league, though. That's out of your league. That's out of your league.
She'd never fuck you.
What?
She'd never fuck you. All you can do is look at her on the TV. She'd never fuck you. She would cross the street. She would cross the street if you happen to be on the same side as her. Just she'd clutch her purse. Honestly, that's what would happen. And what they do, they want to humble us. It's sorry, but that's what it is. I can't tell you. My ex was like that. He was so competitive with me and very, he tried to get in my head. He tried to knock me down a notch. You're not all that. You're not as fly as you think you are. You shouldn't get that car. You shouldn't do this. Why your house so big? You don't need all this house. You don't need just constantly telling me what was wrong with me or how it wasn't enough, or, you're not this, you're not that. And always letting me know that he found a woman opposite of me fine. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, well, you like all this? I'm not even your type. Like, what do you see in me? It's just a subliminal way for them to tear us down. And I really believe that a lot of Black men resent Black women who are successful, trying to do their thing, have goals, want to be more, because they're afraid that we're going to surpass them, because they lack in their masculinity. They can't compete with another nigga. My dick is bigger than yours. I told it to my ex-husband too. He's like, you act like you got a dick. I was like, yeah, it's bigger than yours too. What? What? That's right. You've turned into a man. That's right. I'm that nigga now. What? I can get real fucked up with it. So you keep pushing me, you gonna get it. I'm gonna give you what you came for.
Oh
sir.
my God.
Right. So I had to be, my sugar daddy had to work with me. I mean, he had to really, and with him, I'm just like a marshmallow, because he creates that environment. He just creates such a space to where I just feel like a flower. I just feel like a flower. There's nothing I don't have to think about, for example, so I said, oh, I want to laugh. I feel like I haven't laughed in a long time. Thursday, he bought tickets to see Chris Rock and Kevin Hart in New York. We leave Thursday morning to go for Friday. Saturday, he made reservations at some place in Harlem for us to go have dinner and drinks. He said,
It's the understanding and executing of the assignment.
Right. He's like, will this make you happy? Yeah, I'm going to be happy this weekend. I'm going to be happy, Daddy. I'll be happy this weekend. You haven't made me smile in a while. I want to smile. Okay, I got you. That's the kind of shit you want. Somebody that thinks ahead, caters to your needs. We just don't get caught up in your 40s in the bullshit. Stay vigilant, girl. Stay vigilant. Head on a swivel.
I was gonna say head on a swivel.
Head on a swivel. Be about your money. Be about securing your future, because in the end, if you never find somebody, and that's a real possibility for all of us, if you never end up with a forever after, you want to at least be able to stand 10 toes down in where you are and be successful on your own.
Boom. And we have officially got our marching orders. This is why Tami always got to come back and unpack with us, because we're going to get it together. The summer is not over yet.
Not over.
You know what it is in these streets. We ain't about to.
We ain't playing games. We're not playing games. No, we're not playing games. Exactly. We're not playing games. We're going to stand in our truth. We're going to get our own business together, because when these men start acting up, we're okay. And you're going to have more than one man on your team. Build up your bench. Build up your bench. Build up your bench of male friends, if nothing else. Male friends. Get you some gay friends, some gay male friends. They'll pull you out of it, and they'll clock you, nigga, for you. No. I sent something in him. They know.
And we don't use y'all for that, but good God, y'all are that's why they can't. That's why they be so homophobic, because y'all be able to see the truth before y'all see the truth. They see the truth that a lot of these cats don't want us to see.
They don't want us to see.
Here for it. That's just what it is. So expand your circle, keep it tight, keep it right, and do your thing. So Tami, thank you so much for coming back on and
thank you for having me.
Girls together.
I love it here.
I already know what's going to happen after. I already know. The girls were like, all right, I got to really think this. Now it's like, this is execution time for you. So y'all, we are still pandemic-ish. We're applicable. Wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance. And when you get a free moment, please remember to clean out your dirty bag. Till next time.
Well, darling.